For the first part, we were supposed to import the data frame or import the data set and create a data frame. So here's where I started the Spark session, and then I read in the survey.csv file directly into the data frame and had the correct option set for the formatting. Then here I just showed the data frame to show that it was formatted correctly. Next, we were supposed to write it out to a file, so I did overwrite here so it would rewrite if the file already existed and wrote out to the file output. Here's where I checked for duplicate records. So I did the amount distinct and then the total minus distinct to see if there were any duplicate. And then if there were duplicates, then here's where I printed them out by seeing here were all of the columns, and if there were any where that column existed more than once, then I showed that column. Here I did the union operation by country, so for United States and UK I created two different variables, and then I did a union on the two data frames, and then I showed the first 20 rows. Here I grouped by treatment, and then I did a count of how many were yes and how many were no. This one was for the aggregate function. I did, again, by US and UK. Then I also did the state, age, and gender columns. And then I joined the two, did an inner join on age. And then first, to do the aggregate function, I had to cast the data type for age to integer since it was saved as a string. And then I counted the average of age grouping by country. Lastly, this is the code I used to get the 13th row in the data set, and then I'll run it and show the output. Okay, this was the first 5 rows for the data frame when it was read in. The number of duplicate records found was 0, so it's not going to print any out. This here is the table where I did the union operator and grouped by country name alphabetically, so starting with UK. This is the output for the group by treatment, so 622 count for no, 637 count for yes for responses to the treatment column. This is the table for the inner join on age for the US and UK countries. Here is the count for each country for the average age, and then here you can see it's grouped by country. And then lastly, here you can see the 13th row.